And
3, 2, 1, Penguins! Oh, wrong show.
and right as the headache kicked in,
Mike, you promised me you'd take some ibuprofen before you shot today.
does this count?
Yes.
No, it wouldn't take too much arm twisting. And welcome one and all on YouTube and in podcast land. You are listening to the Tangent Kings. Roll it. Welcome once again to the Tangent Kings podcast. I am, of course, your humble servant, G. Michael Francis. And I'm here with my partner in crime, Mr. Portals himself, Mr. JJ Benks. How are you doing today, sir?
Excellent, Mike. How are you this evening?
Well, besides a little bit of a headache, I'm doing fine and absolutely stunned you with that out of the blue comment.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm. You know what portholes are, right?
Portholes?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I heard,
Do I want to know what you heard?
I heard something very different. I thought you said portals. I'm like, my name is Mr. Portals now. Like, I shoot portals like, boo, bee, wee. Oh, what happened? That's what I thought you said.
You monster.
He gets the reference, ladies and gentlemen. High five for Mike Wazowski. Yeah, no, I thought you said that. I was like, what? And you said portholes, and I'm like, as in glasses, yes.
Yes, okay, yeah, you do get the Navy reference. Haha.
Screw you! I'm my own man. I'm gonna.
Hey, Benks, how many fingers am I holding up?
How many am I holding up? You can't bleep that out.
Yes, I can.
Just bleep the whole thing.
I am the editor. I have cosmic powers pertaining to video.
But does that mean you have itty bitty living space?
Actually, I guess you could put it that way.
Infinite editing power, itty bitty audience size.
True that. It's funny because it's sad.
What are we at? What episode number are we at, Mike?
Pretty sure this is 32.
32. Day 32 of my survival on this stranded island known as Screw Tube. Supplies are running low. Morale is weakening. The men are cold. Don't know how long I'll last. Send help. Tell my wife that I wish I could remember her name. Yes, send this. Carrier pigeon, fly away. Let the gods in Silicon Valley send us our aid before it's too late.
Thank you, Robert Louis Stevenson. Oh.
You're welcome. You're welcome. What do we got on the show tonight, Mike?
Well, there's this ad that's been going around YouTube, and I've been wanting to talk about it for a while, but its name has always eluded me, and whenever it popped up, I always went straight to the skip.
Ooh ee ooh ah ding dang, straight to the skip bip. Ooh ee ooh ah ding dang dang, what a big bang.
Oh yeah, by the way, YouTube, you know that thing where you put one non-skippable ad right after another non-skippable ad? Yeah, kind of a dick move.
It's almost like they want us to have ad block.
But yeah, there was this ad for a documentary called The Price of Freedom, as I will explain as you fix your microphone and blow out our audience eardrums ever so mercilessly.
Hey, let me make sure. Is it on? Is it? Is this on?
Not only is it on, my eardrums have now ruptured.
So that means I can say whatever I want, and Mike won't know that I swore. All right, all right, all right.
Don't press your luck.
My...
Stop on a whammy.
I have provoked the editor gods, and now I shall incur their non-wrath. So continue, please, Monsieur Mike.
So this is documentary. It's called The Price of Freedom. It actually came out last week. But, yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to pinpoint it down, but I always skip it before I get the name of it down. I finally got the name of it down because it finally came across my feed. I was literally on the computer for 2 hours.
He was on the computer for 2 hours.
Just clicking on every YouTube video that came up, trying to provoke that ad, and it wouldn't come up, and it just came up by accident the other day.
Who tries to provoke an ad?
This one, looking for material.
You're looking for material on ads for 2 hours? I could just give you a link to like a couple documentaries and you'd be good. You could watch Stephen Molyneux for 2 hours. You could learn something, Mike. Who watches ads for 2 hours?
I didn't.
What are you doing?
I didn't watch ads for 2 hours.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Let's backpedal a little. Let's backpedal a little bit here and come back to your watching videos. To in fact watch ads for 2 hours.
No, I was clicking through them for 2 hours.
Oh wait, okay. Let's backpedal a little bit more. You said you were clicking through 2 hours worth of ads?
No, but the audience gets what I mean. It's not important that you get.
They may not. If I'm very confused, I'm pretty sure like 90% of the audience will be confused too.
Long story short, and don't interrupt me with this, I looked for this ad for 2 hours, couldn't find it, finally came across it by accident. And now we're going to get your hot take on it. And then we'll talk about, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about the Biden administration sort of sticking its dingle on voting rights where it shouldn't be.
Just like an overage, disgusting pedo man in a bathrobe known as Joe Biden. Yeah, I said that. That's going to age. That's
Is that a lilac in your hair?
Oh my god. Oh, she's just like a 19-year-old girl, even though she's 17. No, just 7.
And if
Thanks,
we have,
Joe.
And if
Thanks,
we have
Joe.
time, and if we have time, we'll talk about what's been going on with Cuba. So,
What's been going on, Cuba?
So anyway, you ready to kick a hornet's nest?
Can we do? You remember that old show Wishbone on TV? I remember that show.
Yeah.
Wishbone, you just swap him out for Fidel Castro. What's the story, Fidel? Let me tell you about communism. Okay, Fidel, that's enough airtime for you. What's the story? Not Castro.
Well, it's his brother.
Yeah, it did
now.
run for. It did
Raul.
run for. It was a. Raul Menendez.
Nope,
He's a guy called
Raul Castro.
Raul Menendez Castro.
Oh, for heaven's sakes!
Black Ops 2. Electric Boogaloo. I have a lighter, and I'm totally sober too. So let's get started then before we just have too much fun.
But first,
I try to wean it back. I try, folks. You saw me. I tried to wean it back in, and now he's just like, but first coffee, but first more liquor, but first. Oh, I bought some Tennessee whiskey the other day.
And
I haven't tried it yet because I'm giving it to some friends.
Oh well, okay then.
I was in Franklin, Tennessee. Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't.
Oh, it's super cool. Have you been there?
I may have passed through there at one point.
If you get a chance. So it's a lot of hills over there. It's not 20 minutes outside Nashville, right by the Vanderbilt Legends Golf Club. And drove past there, and apparently a lot of country music singers have their homes there, and you can definitely tell.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful homes, like immaculately manicured homes. These are the best homes. The best homes.
These are the best homes I have ever seen.
And I would know.
Well, no, that doesn't include Mar-a-Lago.
Which is the best home.
That is the best home in all of existence. God has a copy of it waiting for me in heaven. It is that good.
Listen.
You
stop,
are fake news. Shut up.
Listen, stop. I love that, man.
Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying,
Franklin, Tennessee. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
super nice. Nashville's awesome.
I don't doubt it. But there's this apologist I watch from time to time. His name is Trent Horn, and he does these rebuttal videos.
Wait, what is his name again?
Trent Horn.
Oh, I thought you said Duran. Da 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 da. Anyway,
I think you need a little bit of whiskey.
I'm hungry like the wolf. I should legally. It'd be funny if I legally had like a fake ID that's a Duran on it. It's like, your name is Duran. Yes. I'll take my whiskey now.
Backpedal a little bit. Did you just say legally have a fake ID?
No. I said I should get a legal fake ID.
Still,
it's better to having an illegal real ID.
Ugh. But
actually,
anyway.
No, I take that back. I don't think it would be any better. Let's have Benks on this episode of Tangent Kings. Benks gets an illegal fake ID or a legal fake ID, and Chumley learns how to actually sell something in this episode of Tangent Pawn Stars Kings. I got nothing. Let's keep going.
Anyway, so he does these rebuttals to some objectors to the Catholic Church, and this one in particular is from one man claiming that the papacy is the Antichrist. Now, I'm not going to go over the whole video. Yeah, if you want to watch it, I'll link to it below, and you can go watch it for yourself. But there was one point that he made, which was so bad that it actually stuck in my brain housing group for the past 8 days. It has not left my mind since.
And what would that be, Mike?
Well, let's see if you can spot it.
Which power did Satan work through to try and accomplish this? It was Rome. Herod, the king of the pagan Roman Empire, tried to destroy Jesus.
Wait, stop!
He got it! He got it!
Hold on. Can we go back 10 seconds there? I just want to make sure that I know what I heard, but I want to make sure that I heard what I heard, that I really heard what I just heard.
Yeah, I'll go back a little bit.
There, okay, just play.
To try and accomplish this. It was Rome. Herod, the king of the pagan Roman Empire, tried to destroy Jesus at his birth.
You want to know what my hot take is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call on my friend Gordon Ramsay to kind of answer this question for me. So my hot take, he says that, and my response is, let's do an impression. I'm going to do an impression of this guy. Did you know, children, that King Herod was the king of the king of the kinging Roman king empire, whoever king and killed Jesus with his kingly king?
Attempted.
The Romans didn't have kings! They didn't have kings! Herod was what was he? If I recall correctly, he was Rome appointed. There was the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate, who took care of the province, and there was King Herod, who had his little dominion, which is a subdominion of that. Was my understanding of that, but it's like
he was the king of Judah.
That's what it was. He was the king of Judah, and it's like he was subservient to Rome, and the Romans weren't
the Romans had nothing to do with that whole scenario. That was all Herod.
Pilate's like, I don't want to. Pilate just walks out hungover, and he's like, all right, listen, guys.
Actually, I think this is
he walks out.
The part he's talking about around the nativity.
I
think that was under a different governor. That wasn't.
So
Pilate.
I'm quoting the Bible verbatim right now. So King Herod, or not King Herod, Pilate comes out. He's half he's hungover from the previous night, and he is just not having it. It's like, you need to go talk to the Jews. It's like, oh, what do they want now? They say you should free Barabbas instead of Jesus. Like, who's this Jesus guy again? Oh, he's the guy. He's the upstart Jewish guy. Oh, okay, just give me. All right, give me my robes. They throw in his robes. All right, let's do it. He walks out. He's just pedaling out. He's just like, all right, guys, listen. You need to chill out, okay? I just woke up. It's 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I need my beauty rest, and you're telling me to what is? He said what? I don't care what. No, look, I'm not Jewish, okay? If you want to kill him, you can go kill this Jesus, Jarito. I don't know what his name is, okay? I'm a Roman, all right. All I'm saying, you go crucify. I'm gonna go. No. Brad stays in here. You stay. Okay, fine. You know what? Okay. Yes. Okay. I will crucify Jesus. Just leave me alone. That's all I'm asking. Just leave. Okay. Honey, I guess we're gonna crucify some people today. I'll be out late. And then he goes, does it. And then Herod's like, yes, evil has been accomplished. I am Herod, and I am evil. That's exactly what the Bible says, by the way. That's Matthew 6.
What version?
I think it's the Message.
Oh, is that the New World Translation?
No.
Yes, I am sort of poking fun at the Jehovah's Witnesses.
It's the Old World Translation. It was so bad they needed a New World Translation after that disaster. The New World Translation equals total effing disaster zone. Highway to the disaster zone. That was that translation.
Oy.
Well, it's just like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly. It's like
let's keep going.
Let's
keep going.
Yeah, the pagan king of Rome. Anyway, moving on.
Let's keep going.
Keep going with the outline or keep going with that video?
I don't know. Just pick one. I'm okay with watching more of that cringe fest, though.
If you want to watch more of that cringe fest, like I said, I'll link a...
Give me another 30 seconds, Mike. Just give me another 30 seconds. All I ask. Play it.
I can't really think.
We have 30 seconds. Just keep playing it.
Well, I mean, I'm just pulling this straight from Trent Horn's podcast. So, next 30 seconds, you're gonna see Trent Horn just blowing that theory out of the water.
I'm okay with that. Keep going. Play it.
Well, like I said, you can.
I'm committed to this, Mike. Keep playing the video.
And click the link.
We're on air, Mike. Mike, we're on air. Play the video.
Yes, I know we're on air, but anyway, there is another video I wanted you to see, though.
Fine.
All right. So, anyway, here's that Price of Freedom trailer I was talking about. And let's get your hot take on it. I've a few thoughts somewhere up there. But whoop, that's not the button I wanted. Anyway, let's have a little fun with this.
The Discord's gonna have so much fun with this episode.
Yep. All right, here we go.
A vigilante and his gun brought terror this past weekend.
Jordan Davis was shot and killed here.
A heartbreaking day in Florida, and sadly an all too familiar one.
In Florida.
What'd you say?
I said, yes, in Florida. Thanks for reminding me. All evil happens in Florida. Yes, Thank you.
What does this say about us? We're just willing to let people die because we're afraid of the NRA.
Anybody that thinks the NRA is going to disappear has got another thing coming.
The NRA wants you to believe a fantasy about our founding. There should be no regulation of firearms. That couldn't be further from the truth.
There were literally thousands of gun laws.
Who could own a weapon and who couldn't? You had to register your weapons. It is absolutely clear that our founding fathers loved gun control.
To that point. Okay, where they showed that map with all those, where all these gun laws popped up. Well, those are local ordinances. That's hardly federal law.
They look you right in the eye and they lie to your face. And they don't have any shame about it. He's a very convincing liar.
Our founding fathers actually,
Has Crowder ripped this apart yet?
No, I haven't. He's out of action until August. Remember?
Oh, he's got to catch up on this. Did Tuck cover this yet?
I haven't seen anything.
No, because the NSA. Oh, right. He's busy because the NSA is still spying on him or something like that.
But, yeah, I love that connection they try to drive. You know, there's all these ordinances from local governments, probably got struck down by the Supreme Court. This equals that the founding fathers loved gun control.
You want to know what my hot take is, Mike?
What? How do you make that kind of a logical jump?
You want to know what my hot take is, Mike?
Hit me.
Communists always lie.
Well, duh.
Always. Anyway, that's my hot take.
And eyes in the screen are always cringe. Anyway,
they're not cringe. They're beautiful. I'm not bold. I'm beautiful.
Anyway, moving on.
You called me cringe. I don't think I can go on, Mike. I've been mortally offended.
Well, you're mortally offended.
I feel like I'm owed an apology for my feelings getting trashed on air. Is this the thanks I get? I thought we were friends. Yes, you can continue.
Thank you.
It is absolutely clear that our founding fathers loved gun control.
Lies!
And people that are just going to say...
Oh, yeah, there was another point I wanted to bring up. Yeah. I mean, you hear people say all the time, well, the Constitution clearly says that a well-regulated militia, regulated by the state. No, regulated at that time meant well-functioning, well-disciplined, meaning people who privately owned their weapons. And yes, they were actually allowed to own cannons.
Mm-hmm.
And there goes the train. That train's not. Oh, yeah. Nope, it's gone. Benks, what was I going on before I went into a complete rage?
Well, that's you at a complete rage. Oh, I'm learning so much about you tonight. I didn't know. This isn't work.
Well, no, yeah.
But no, jokes aside, though, it's like what they're trying to frame. They're trying to frame this like, our country is so messed up and evil and dysfunctional, and there's all these chaos on the streets because people are misinterpreting the Constitution, and we need to get rid of all these laws. And the NRA is literally Hitler. They kind of make their point.
Yeah.
The price of freedom. Which is like really weird because wouldn't you want to tell people that what you're saying is that freedom has a cost and this cost is too much? That's really creepy propaganda stuff.
You're getting a little bit the cart before the horse here.
Yeah, or the ox cart before the SR-71. Area 51 joke. High five me.
Yeah. No, my boy, today in Italy, when a man says he's got a donkey cart, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's got a donkey.
Well, yeah, that's funny. But no, it's like even the title of it, that's the implication there versus...
Oh, wait until it caps off. Wait until you see who caps it off.
Oh. Can I guess? Can we take bets? Can we take shots?
Well, What's your bet? What's your bet? Who caps us all off?
Oh, I've got so many. Okay.
Name your top three. I'll write them down.
Okay. Al Sharpton.
Hold on. No, I can't do that. That's church property.
Oh, man.
Okay, Al Sharpton.
AOC. Kamala Harris.
Kamala
Harris.
Now, of course, I can't place any bets because I already know who it is.
And my fourth guess is Steve Irwin.
You cannot.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, rest be upon him.
Peace be upon him. I love Steve Irwin.
Or my favorite, the one I like to use, Vichnaya Panyat.
Play.
Whatever they need to say in order to get what they want.
Oh, gee, this sounds like Kamala Harris, only in her case it was doing whatever she
It's
needed.
like Kamala Harris, oh no.
No, only in her case, yeah. I would love the political career, and all I have to do is sleep with the mayor? Ooh, sign me up. Anyway.
Mike,
have not only
we should
rewritten the history.
We should call this. We should call this. Mike says, "All I have to do is sleep with the mayor," and I'm like, "Yes, we should call this episode Mike Opens an OnlyFans."
Oh dear God. Anyway,
he's not even holding that gun right. What is he doing? Anyway, continue.
To say in order to get what they want.
They have not only rewritten the history of the United States, their own organization.
Actually, I want to go back a little bit.
It's literally a projection. You literally rewrite the history of the United States and then accuse them of doing it. F you, man.
Yeah. I've already made that point, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse.
I could, but keep going.
I know, I actually stopped it here because at first I thought he was holding a crucifix. I was like, huh?
Keep going, Mike!
I'm going.
Organization.
NRA was a positive force in American life for a very long time. But it transformed into something entirely different.
You're saying...
I love how they do that whole negative connotation of people legally carrying rifles in public. But, fun fact. Whenever you had those rifle rallies, those were more peaceful. There was less crime committed, less violence occurred at those armed rallies than did at the riots that happened last year.
We're never going to get rid of this. We're not going to get rid of this through this video at this rate, but you are right. Keep going, Mike.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
I know. I'm teasing you. Keep going.
That is a liberty at the expense of 25,000 lives.
Those things are worth all the lives you will ever pay for.
Why do I have a feeling that was cut out of context?
Oh, of course it is.
Well, of course, that's... Oh, wait, no, that point's coming up. I'll do...
My son was murdered because they were arguing about loud music.
And, of course, there's the tearjerker
lady.
Well, I mean...
Why does this background look oddly authoritarian? You notice that? Like the background around her looks really...
Wait, the background around her?
Yeah, it looks really authoritarian, like super perfectly symmetrical. Like, the goddess will speak to you now. Yes, I am also the voice of Big Brother from the office of President Snow. Oh, no. It looks just really just creepy, weird. Anyway.
It looks to me like she's got a level and a tape measure.
Where?
Anyway, I probably shouldn't have giggled. But, you see... So you see... she pulls out the tearjerker story. Well, I shouldn't say she's not responsible for the video. But they pull out this tearjerker story of a young teen who tragically lost his life over an argument, reportedly, of loud music. But they're trying to say, this wouldn't have happened if we didn't have so many guns on the street. One, I guarantee you that kid either got it illegally or in a way that was barely legal. And B, you can have all the gun laws in the world. I'll bet you top dollar that she's from one of the high gun control areas.
Chicago.
Yeah,
I bet Chicago.
Which are utopian paradises
of crime and poverty and abuses and racial violence caused by Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Anyway, continue, please. Press play, Mike.
I will, but even we ban all the firearms, get rid of them all. That's not going to solve the problem. The problem is a heart issue, not a hardware issue. People are too prideful to realize that nowadays. Anyway, continuing.
There we go.
There has to be some common sense in our gun laws.
Which is the point I just made, but anyway.
If all our government can do is send thoughts and prayers, then it's time for victims to be the change that we need to see.
Why is her head shaved?
Well, I'm pretty sure, this is someone who actually bullied the gunman in this instance, if I remember the story correctly. Which kind of makes her, words ring a little bit hollow. At least in my opinion.
Gun violence should be treated like an epidemic.
And we hear this slogan all the time.
Oh, yeah, they got the Antifa college kids.
You know what is an epidemic there, sweetheart? Well, first of all, one, by definition, an epidemic requires some sort of pathogen. Two,
pandemic, if you will.
Exactly. Two,
pandemic.
If we're going to use the epidemic, okay, let's go to the source.
Pandemic.
Yeah, will you stop that?
Damdemic.
We're going to go to the. Let's go to the
cramdemic.
Will you shut up and let me speak?
Slamdemic. Anyway, where were we?
Let's dig into the nitty-gritty of the issue, shall we? It's, fun factoid. Just kind of shows a little bit of backdrop. Between January 1st, 1950.
Mike, I'm sorry I have to say this.
What?
Mike, it's a blamdemic. Blam! Okay. Continue, please. I'm sorry. I just thought of that.
3 hours later.
I've completely forgotten my point at this point.
Yeah, we'll just keep playing the video. You'll probably remember it in like 10 seconds.
Perhaps I'll rewind a bit.
Gun violence.
The epidemic. That's right. Second of all, we're gonna treat something like an epidemic. Well, you can't end an epidemic without going straight to the source. So over your laughter, see if you can hear my point and respond to it. Okay. So, a little bit of background. Between January 1st, 1950 and December 31st, 1959, guess how many mass shootings occurred in the United States?
How many, Mike?
1. And then after that, because after 1959, that's when God started, when the society really started shoving God out of the public sphere.
Okay.
And if you notice, the graphs go up exponentially from there. So, long and short, you want this epidemic to end? Bring the cure back in. Bring God back in. But, of course, I gotta be me. I gotta be free and all that jazz. Anyway, continuing.
Should be treated like an epidemic.
The NRA believes that deaths of innocent people is a necessary price to pay to exercise their freedom.
And there it was. Who had Bill Clinton?
Nobody. Man. I thought it was going to be Bill Gates for a second. Oh, man. I actually have seen this trailer now that I think about it. Why does Bill Clinton suddenly look 20 years younger all of a sudden?
I don't know. Maybe he finally had the good sense to divorce Hillary.
Oh, geez, he like de-ages, not being aged to that hag raven. Well, it's funny. Like, how much adrenochrome is that guy ingesting on a daily basis? Like, he's just bathing in it. Because, jeez, it's creepy.
But going on to his point where he says, well, the NRA says that the death of innocent children is the price we pay for freedom. Nobody says that. I mean, I defy you to find me one person in context who actually said that.
Well, you know what they do, Mike, is that it's like, we're not actually going to have people on the other side say their point. We're going to characterize them, and we're going to say, oh, they're saying this. We're going to twist their words. Christians really
That's a good
this.
point, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I never even thought of that.
Well,
this entire trailer, not once did I hear the other angle.
You don't, not at all. They don't want the other angle. Because years ago, for example, do you remember when people were really militant towards Christianity? And they still are, but they're not. It's directed differently now.
Yeah, now they're actually directly burning down the churches.
Oh yeah, correct. So the simple thing of it's like, so when you talk to a lot of militant atheists, for example, not all of them, but a lot of them, when I would personally talk with them, when you talk with them, it's like they don't even hear anything you're saying, right? They don't want to understand actually your perspective. What it was that, oh, I'm going to characterize you. Oh, you must think this, or oh, you have this position and you're crazy, or oh, as you're defending your religion, the reality is I'm going to twist what you're saying so I hear a version of your religion that I want to hear, project it on you, tell you you're stupid, mock you, laugh, chortle, oh, checkmate, Christian, oh, and they walk away. So they don't want to actually listen to what you have to say. They did that with people who supported it wasn't creationism was the hot debate. I don't know if it was necessarily that, but when you debate religion with people, that's what would happen. And then it shifted to anybody that supported same-sex marriage. I don't know if I've got enough of an informed opinion on that to have an opinion one way or the other, but on that particular issue. But I noticed that anyone that didn't agree with it was an evil, ruthless Nazi bigot.
Which is interesting now that I think about it. Matt Damon had recently come out and said,
I'm gay.
Not all Trump supporters are evil people.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah.
But
I was okay, how much you want to bet? Yeah.
But
how long is it going to take for him to get canceled? Or excuse me, not to be canceled, to be held accountable.
But no, yeah.
Oh, you do it to me all the time. Get used to it.
I know. Oh, man, Mike got mean. Mike gets mean. Oh my goodness, look at this kid go. He's just like, looking, I provide quality entertainment, and this is the thanks that I get.
I'll put on your egg basket, baby.
No, Brad's son comes and says, put on a helmet. I'm like, yes, sir.
Well, yeah, he tells you to put a helmet on. I tell you to put your egg basket on.
Then I light up my lighter and I go, wee. Anyway, so my whole point is that it's projection, right? Is that I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm going to tell you what your positions is supposed to be. I'm going to tell you what your beliefs are. I'm going to tell you what the NRA really is and what they think, what their arguments are. And people that don't support feminism, this is what they really think. And it's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. If I'm not a feminist, yes, yes, women should vote, and women should be treated the same as men as far as the law is concerned. Yeah. No, you're just really a sexist. That's what you really are. I'm like, no, I'm really not.
Or when someone tried to call me out for, wanting to kill brown people because I wore the Jerusalem cross on my face mask.
What?
It's like I said, for the record, no.
Second of all, no.
No. It's actually funny enough that the incident I was just talking about, for those of you who are wondering, is why we have this podcast in the first place.
Jerusalem crown. I gotta look up that picture.
Cross. Jerusalem cross.
So someone just came out and just said, you want to kill brown people, or what was the context of that?
Well, because it's associated with the Crusades and the Crusaders. Which I'm not saying they were 100% wonderful, but the modern narrative of the Crusades are so blown out of proportions. I don't even know what proportions are at this point.
So I'm surprised they even recognize that as the Jerusalem cross.
Well, he did have a name that sounds that sounded Middle Eastern.
Oh, so he's like the only one in probably the whole plant that actually knows what that is.
Perhaps.
Well, I mean, seriously, because that's a whole other discussion, but that's, he's like, oh, you see, these Christians, they still want to continue the Crusades, they still want to do, it's like, no, you do.
If anything, it's a rosary crusade, if anything.
Anyway,
or a crusade against ISIS.
How are we on time, Mike?
Probably got a half hour, so.
Okay, half hour?
Yeah, but thereabouts, maybe 20
right.
minutes. Okay. But yeah, that of course they finish off.
It's so creepy, right?
And they finish it off with the American flag, like, oh, this is a patriotic action.
It's so manipulative. Well, it's so creepy, like the price of free thought. You could say the same statement about what is it? The First Amendment, freedom of speech, right? People being able to say what they want without consequences just isn't great. Yeah, Can't let you have that anymore because people might get offended. I can't let you have those guns. Someone that supports our radical cause of terrorizing innocent civilians might get shot, so can't let you have some guns. Sorry. What's that? Walk into your home without a warrant? Well, Fourth Amendment, yeah, I can't let you have that either. Our Gestapo need to come in and take you at 3 a.m. while you sleep. So
you have nothing to fear if you have nothing to hide.
That's what they say. Yeah.
I mean,
go round up the usual suspects.
This is my home. This is my family. Bugger off.
You're British now?
No, but my mother-in-law is.
What did we learn this week about Mike, kids? We learned he's an alcoholic, abusive man that threatens his friends and goes off on the handle and drinks, and that's about it.
So anyway. Nothing new.
Wow, he just owns it.
Well, I mean, you're gonna put words in my mouth anyway. I might as well just play with it.
Your so-and-so pops on. She's like, wow, I thought I knew this guy. I feel like I learned so much about him.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the end of that video.
Yeah.
But that whole thing is just absolutely cringing. Yuck.
Disgusting.
And yeah, like you said, it's manipulative. It's
Let's do a clickbaity title for this video.
I'll try to think of one. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, speaking of cringeworthy manipulators, we had President Biden giving remarks on what he terms voter suppression laws. Oh, we actually have less time than I thought. We only have about 10 minutes. Anyway, he's talking
what do we... Voter suppression laws because the Dems don't like that people might figure out
we're actually going to be verifying who's going into the polling booth. Like, these laws collectively don't really do much.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, my personal opinion, my personal hot take, if you can't afford a $12 card with your picture on it, I think you've got bigger fish to fry than worrying about national politics.
They have to create the hysteria for it so that it kills the political momentum so that people will just stop pushing. Because if you push this, that means that it's going to threaten their ability to cheat in any future elections, which they are confident they will win.
And yeah, who else can remember when President, I'm going to start calling President Biden the wish president. Because what was advertised was definitely not what we got.
Oh, come on, Mike. Tell us how you really feel.
Well, how do I really feel? Okay. Here is the president that was... This is the president that was advertised.
If you still disagree, so be it. That's democracy. That's America. The right to dissent peaceably within the guardrails of our republic is perhaps this nation's greatest strength. And I pledge this to you. I will be a president for all Americans. All Americans.
And this is the president we got.
There's an unfolding assault taking place in America today, an attempt to suppress and subvert the right to vote in fair and free elections. An assault on democracy, an assault on liberty, an assault on who we are as Americans. We're facing the most significant test of our democracy since the Civil War. That's not hyperbole. Since the Civil War.
So, yeah, we went from, I will be a president for all Americans, whether you voted for me or not, to, if you didn't vote for me, if you're against the policies that we push, you are the enemy.
Yeah, Dems have been saying that for it doesn't surprise me he says that, but they absolutely just take the mask off. Totally
now
off.
They're just saying the quiet part out loud, which actually, thank God, they're finally
15
taking
years
the mask
ago they
off.
were. Yeah, we've been saying it for it's like been building for 15 years. Like, these people are communists, and I was like, yes, we are. It's like, yes, we are communists. I'm like, thank God, because you've been saying that for so long. How long did it last? Biden condemns half the country as being XYZ, surprising no one. Biden threatens half the country with nukes and F-15, surprising no one.
Yeah, and yeah.
Biden gay, surprising everyone.
Yeah. If you are for this, then you're for Jim Crow suppression. Yeah,
says Bernie, surprising no one.
No, says Biden, surprising no one.
Fidel Castro Jr. But yeah. But yeah,
as I've stated,
it's just hysteria.
Yeah, which, by the way, these new voting laws, as I've said before, are actually, a lot of them are more permissive than his home state of Delaware.
Oh, Delaware.
But, I'm not going to say that the election was stolen. I'm not going to say all that stuff. But I am going to say that there was some stuff in the last election. I will say that there was some stuff in the last election that was kind of sus. There is something a little bit sus about Michigan's rolls going, Trump, Biden, and then suddenly, boing!
Boingo, boingo. You think if they, it's funny. I bet they probably could have. They're laughing their asses off right now. I mean, they've been laughing their asses off that they got like a dysfunctional geriatric who doesn't even know where he is half the time into office against a guy who otherwise would have won in a landslide. I'm crucified for that. But I'm okay with this. Yeah. Not getting crucified though, but I'll be like, yeah, you're an idiot, and then I'll get vindicated, and then I'll be like, haha, moral superiority, checkmate, atheist.
But I think we're just gonna leave it there because I honestly got burned out by the trailer. I just wanted.
You could probably just cut the show after that. You could probably just cut it there.
I could. But
I
I'm
know
not.
we
because
sleep on it, edit it later.
Because
why? What?
We haven't done our book quote yet.
We haven't done our book quote. Oh, cool.
So yeah,
I have a big quote.
Wishing a good night to President Wish, which we all know is a total scam.
Wishbone.
Anyway.
Can we vote Raul Menendez in president? That's a terrible idea.
That's a very terrible idea.
Do you know who Raul Menendez is?
No, I don't actually. For whatever reason, I thought you were saying.
He doesn't know.
For a split second, I thought you were talking about Raul Castro. But
maybe I was. You never know. My book quote is, quote, "These are the best of times, and these are the worst of times. Fortunately, it is now bedtime." From the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen twins' fun mystery ghost cabin adventures, episode 1.
That's your book quote.
That's actually a quote from that. That's a quote from those videos. Oh my god! All right, I actually remember that. My brother's gonna be like, "Yeah, I get that reference." Yeah, all right, cool. That's what I got.
Well, folks,
yeah,
it's been fun. Is there something you would like to add?
Good night, farewell. Nope. It sounded like you said buttholes. It sounded like you said that. All right, good night, everybody. Part 2 podium.
Don't jump the gun here. So thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the ever-living crap out of our videos, please. And without further ado, we bid you good night and peace and Pax et Bonum, which I just doubled down on that, but anyway.
Hey folks, if you like our podcast, be sure to check us out on Facebook and also check us out on our podcast platforms, namely Anchor, Spotify, Google Cast, and others you can also find on Anchor. God bless.